Well, the biggest musical highlight for me this year would have been actually seeing the work that I've been doing with Led Zeppelin actually manifest, and the release of those first three albums with the companion disc, because there'd been a lot of work that had gone into that. There was always a possibility that something might happen and it might get stalled. Anyway, it was out. So actually, yeah, for me that was really that was a real highlight. But it wasn't a casual thing. It's something I worked on for a long while.
You've been busy working on the remastered albums, and how has that been for you? How was it as a journey for you?
Well, it was one of those things that I had this project concept in mind of the albums coming out being remastered. These are studio albums being remastered for every format that there is, all in one go, and also be ready with files for anything that might come in the future. That was important because I was getting fed up with how I was hearing the music. So, sort of really squashed down, and you couldn't really hear what was originally being played. So that was important. But I could see that the process of doing something like that, you hear other people saying, "Oh, we've remastered our catalogue." So I thought, yes, but what nobody else has said up to this point is here's a companion disc to give you an insight into what was going on the recording process of Led Zeppelin 4 or Physical Graffiti or Presence or whatever it is. And it meant listening to hundreds of hours of tape. Well, that was really great. It was just wonderful to hear John Bonham's playing and the enthusiasm of it, and it was just wonderful. It was great to go through it, but there was a job to be done, and I'm really pleased that the first three albums and the companion disc have actually come out, because there was always a possibility they might get delayed or whatever. So really, that was quite a day for me.
And you've been a long-time supporter of Noordorf Robbins.
Yeah.
And during the work that you've been doing recently, have you learned any more about the power of music and what it can do to do good, which is what this charity is all about?
Well, I actually, I was on the actual concert that set up the centre. When they had a big silver clef and they had Cliff Richard on it and Pink Floyd. That was a massive bill that they did. And that, apparently they were telling me, because I went to the centre, that's where the money came from, that charity gig to set it up. And I met a young man there who was part of their workshop. So he was 11-year-old. And I've got to say, it was really moving. The whole experience of being there and seeing the film that they showed, and you see what it actually does. They've manifested what you've always believed all the way through, which is the power of music and what it can do for people, the communication through music. But they've actually made the whole thing into this sort of therapy, and they've got you just know, we all know about this, and if we don't know, then we should, that they've made so many breakthroughs with autistic children, and now even with people with Alzheimer's. Mm-hmm. So it just goes right across the board. It's profound work that they do, and it was a moving experience to go there, I've got to say.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
I know you're in demand, so thank you very much for your time. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm only in demand today.